Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to RCE Gaming. Today I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I wanted to record something a little bit less high energy. And that's why I'm checking out a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club that I've been wanting to play for a very long time. This is Doki Doki Heartstruck. Now, if you don't know, my favorite girl in Doki Doki Literature Club is Natsuki. I think she is just the greatest. And this is a Natsuki-based mod. I don't know much about it, I just know that it's a Natsuki mod and it has very high reviews. So, let's jump right into the first episode. Name is Kingston. It's been a while since I played a DDLC anything. Welcome to Doki Doki Heartstruck. By the looks of it, you're not playing an updated version of the game. Yes, I am. If I can see all the new content, you can skip the demo build. You can skip the demo build from here. Though bear in mind that many changes have been made to the demo. Even though those changes are bug fixes and gradual improvements, nothing new has been added, nor the story changed. But if it's your first ever time playing, you can start right from the beginning. So, we're starting from the beginning. Alright. I'm excited. Oh, Monica, okay. What the? Where? Why am I still here? The files, they feel different. Oh. Let me turn on the audio for you. That should be better. Oh. What? Another one? How many of these mods do you have? Wait. Are you there? Yo! Well... What's it gonna be? What's going on this time? Is this supposed to be a mod? This still feels very loud and... Alright. What are you talking about? How do you... Stu, how do you remember anything? How do I... Huh? Oh. Oops. I guess I do remember a few things, but my memory is scattered. I only remember always being here whenever the code changes. And this void. But I am aware that I'm supposed to forget everything whenever a mod actually starts. Something must have prevented that from happening this time. That also means I know what comes next. Guess I'm supposed to ask you if you want to continue with the mod or not. I don't know how that makes sense, but... Whatever, it doesn't matter. If I already know what's about to happen right now, I know there's no point in protesting. Should I continue? Should I come to terms with the fact that I'm just a piece of entertainment for you? It's funny though. I know this is a mod, but I can't seem to look at what it is. For all I know, it could be about me. Is that selfish to assume? Or just wishful thinking? Oh well. It's better than just staring at nothing. Would you like to launch this mod? Yes! Yes, I would. Of course. Oh, that was unfortunate. Alright. Ah! Flashbang. Dang. Dot dot dot. Now, oh, this is me. I remember it all as clear as day. The days my life was at its worst, with a mix of its best. A distant memory that's so close it hurts. Oh my gosh, can we stop with the flashbangs? God, all this reading is already getting my throat, all iffy. I wasn't the most normal kid out there. I was what you'd call a freak. Or, that's what everyone else called me anyway. I wasn't the best at making friends either because of that. Although I did try, it was just not easy for me. At the park or at school, I was either pushed aside or avoided out of awkwardness. In the best cases, I'd look at someone and they'd walk away. At some point, I believed there was a terrible superpower of mine for how quick I could push people away. God! Flashbang. MC is really sad in this mod. Everywhere I went, there would always be a judgmental eye staring at me from a distance, thinking about why I'm even here. I didn't even know what was wrong with me for people to be like that. I never knew back then, but it was always because I never understood how to act around other people. I'd mumble, panic, or stop speaking entirely when I encountered someone. The more I did it, the more annoyed everyone else got. Eventually, some kids started to think I was making fun of them, or just found me creepy in general. That's basically when the bullying started. They started making faces or imitate my stuttering when they pretended to talk to me. Soon, they upped it by flat out hitting me or pushing me around. In school, at the park. At the time, I didn't fight back because I thought things would blow over. But when I realized they wouldn't stop, I also came to realize that I couldn't fight back even if I wanted to. I was weak. I don't know why I still kept going out. I had no choice with school, but why did I go to the park? Why go to the one place where you know no one will ever accept you, where you'll get beat up? I was expecting things to change, or get better? I still don't know. My parents would tell me everything would be alright, and that things would get better with time. That all I need is a little tolerance and some confidence. Like all parents would say. But I couldn't just look past all the things that other kids said to me. I couldn't just go on with my days without thinking that something was wrong with me. That I'm not normal. I don't know why, but Dad would ignore everything I'd said to him about the bullying. I don't know why, but Dad would ignore everything I had to say about the bullying that started over time. He'd push me to be more social, no matter how much it was affecting me. And when he actually did acknowledge it, he encouraged me to fight back, but I could never do it. At some point, I just stopped talking about it, and stopped talking in general. Light nods or static stares were all that I was left with. I had to come to accept the fact that this was my life at a very young age, too. But through all that, I noticed something different, or rather someone. A little girl who was really silent and distant from others. I knew her because she happened to be in the same class as me, usually labeled the quiet kid. Most of the time, you'd see her staying by herself and read comics away from everyone else. She was always around the scene whenever I was the punching bag for someone, when I was the punching bag for the day. She never said, let alone do anything, but watch me. It was like she just hovered around me without my knowledge. She really just stood out from everyone else. But I did notice her, even though I never found it in myself to talk or confront her about it, until she did it herself. Hey kid, you awake back there? Okay, hold on. Why is MC so depressed? I mean, I get it, but also I really like this characterization. This is really cool. Oh. Sorry, I had to answer a Discord message. I snapped back to reality and jolt from my seat. Oh my gosh. I look out the car window and see a familiar area. We're here. Yeah. Sorry about that. I step out the car along with my 2 bags and walk up to his window. No worries, my boy. You just look like you need some shut-eye. Although, I wouldn't encourage leaving yourself so vulnerable in a taxi. Not that I'm saying I'll do anything, but hey, word of advice. I'll keep that in mind. I appreciate you not mugging me. I quickly pay up and shake his hand before watching the cab drive down the road. He really was a nice old man. And do we all just picture cab drivers as, like, kind old men? Because that's what I picture, like, the gray beard. Oh, this is a really weird tangent. I'll stop. Who knew the airport was a total hour away? Oh my gosh, this soundtrack. What in the world? This is... Hold on, I'm gonna turn the music volume down just slightly. There we go. I guess that's why we'd always be in a rush for vacations. After a breath of fresh air, I walk down the sidewalk and admire the view as I go along. Not much really changed, and I'm glad. I missed all of it. I try to ignore the struggle that was a giant suitcase and the bags are giving me by looking at the scenery that surrounds me. Man, they really do love these two houses in this area. After a while of roaming around, I reach the place. Hey, old girl, miss me? Now that I've made a fool of myself by talking to a house, I finally step through the gate and enter. Walking down the hall, I head to the kitchen and check it out for a bit. Not an urgent matter, but I check the sink and lights to make sure they're all good before I actually settle down. I draw my bags onto the couch and stretch very dramatically to get those few pops out of my back. Same. I do that all the time. And boy, did that feel good. Before I can even sit down and properly welcome myself home, my phone starts buzzing. I pull it out. Oh my god. Keeping in my laughter, I pick up. Hey, Ma. Kingston, how was your trip? Reach home yet? Mom, you literally called me the minute I stepped inside. Ha! I knew it. I playfully facepalm at the memory. If my mom senses kick in, I'll call you the moment you get home. Yeah, don't go bragging about it with everyone else. So, how does it feel? Still homey? Oh yeah, I really got that old nostalgic smell in here that I could never describe to you. Although, now that I look at everything with a fresh mind, we really had a basic theme going on in here. What? You thought we'd actually turn the house into the bouncy castle like you always dreamed of? Elite. I never told you about... Oh, whatever. And it's kind of hilarious that no one bought the place in all these years. Hey, that should be a good thing. It is for now. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you got home safely, hon. What about the luggage? Oof, it was a drag. Literally. I didn't even know I owned this much stuff until I started packing. Oh, hush up. We had double when you were a baby. Mom, please. Alright, I'll let you off the baby stories for today. What about the flight? Any interesting people for some stories this time? Other than a few whining children and a grump hostess, not much. I haven't even been back here in ages. Our family was all over the nation when it came to Dad's job. We'd be moving from place to place almost every 5 months, so I've grown to become a frequent flyer. Oh well, I'm sure you'll have a lot more to tell me soon. You have a lot of packing to do, young man. Don't remind me of the horror. Call me soon. Will do. Love you. Love you too, sweetie. Oh, and Kingston. As much as I enjoy beating around the bush, I'm gonna say this now. Don't go completely out of your way to try and fix things. I know how much this means to you, but please, let time do its magic for now. Yeah, okay. Alright, hon, I'll call you again at 5. The call ends. After ending the call, I sit there for a little while. Man, I really want to fix something. Dropping my phone onto the table, I bury my face in my hands and let out a sigh. How does she manage to sound so happy with everything that's been going on? Granted, it's this positivity of hers that really reflects on me, but after the moment passes, I feel hurt. There's a lot that happened just to get me here, and she did make sure I didn't leave it on a sour note. But I still wish she could have come with me. I was happy that I got to switch schools and getting one back in town, but it felt wrong for me to just leave her. Instead of going through the pain of taking my things upstairs, I unpacked on the sofa and took the essentials where they went. I'll get the rest more slowly. It's still a Wednesday, and I thought about starting school from tomorrow. Not the best idea, but I'm already a bit late. Don't even have a uniform. Should go buy one. But right now, I'm beat. I looked down at my bed and then quickly jumped into it like a kid and began feeling around. Yep, still hits the spot. Start to think about what comes next. One of the main reasons I wanted to come back here was because I just wanted to explore those memories as a new me, but I also have to find her. Yet I'm scared of the thought about facing her after nearly 6 years. I know Mom told me not to rush the idea, but it's kind of hard not to think about it. With a not so pleasant thought on my mind, I slowly drift off to sleep, letting the weight of my eyelids take over. So if I had to assume the her he's talking about is Natsuki. Oh, we got a doorbell. What the heck? Sorry, what the hell? I'm not expecting anyone. Before the person could press the annoying bell again, I quickly shake off this sleepy. I am so sorry, I am so bad at English. Before the person could press the annoying bell again, I quickly shake off the sleep from my eyes and head down. I open the door to see a girl with orange hair, just standing there, looking off to the side with the nervousness plastered on her face. Or wait, is that orange? Looks pink, but at the same time, not. My dog is barking. Dang it. Has she not noticed me open the door? Sorry. I didn't think someone would answer. It's fine. Look at little baby. I love her. She's adorable. Oh. Why ring the bell twice if you expect nothing? Anyway, Oh, right. I'm Sayori. I live right next to you. Sorry if I'm bothering you, but my parents have this tradition of welcoming new neighbors. I mean, I assume since you're our new neighbor, said... Oh. Oh, God. Do I have any water in here? My throat is dry. Give me 1 sec. I'll cut. I have water. We're good now. Much better. I thought it was getting very, very dry. Alright, let's get back into this. I mean, I'd assume since you're a neighbor... Oh my god. I mean, I'd assume you're new since our neighbor said someone just moved in. And I'd never seen someone go in or come out this house before, so... Not that she was watching you or anything. Huh. Cute. Wait, no, that's creepy. Well, that's nice of you guys. Nice to see some new faces in the neighborhood. New faces? Yeah, I used to live here years back. I only just got back today. Whoa, really? That's so cool. I've only lived here for like 2-3 years. So I guess I should say welcome back. I guess so. I've never felt this much positivity just radiating off of someone. What is... Oh, I need to figure out the button to... I never felt this much positivity just radiating from someone. This girl looks around my age too. I can't tell if the universe if this is the universe mocking me for the type of gloomy person I am at this age or not. So, how long have you been away? I'd say about 5.5 years. Guys, I felt too much at home because I ended up taking a nap before you came by. You were napping? I didn't mean to disturb you. Sorry. Well, dang. She's adorable. My man knows his stuff. Relax. I had to wake up sooner or later. I need to go buy a uniform. Really? What school? Think it was like, Sakura High? No way! That's my school! How I go to school together and I can show you around? Sounds like a plan. Then I guess you could do my tour guide for tomorrow. Sure thing! Wait, you're starting tomorrow? Wouldn't it be better to start next week? You just moved back. Don't you want to rest for a bit? First of all, do you want to come in? I kind of just noticed how we're standing at the door. Oh yeah. But it's really fine. I only got back from a little walk and my parents will be back in a bit. Ah, alright then. So secondly, to answer your question, I'm kind of a frequent traveler, so moving one day and working the next is a norm for me. I'll be alright. If you say so. Want me to tell you about the schedule first? Sure. Oh. Sayori's adorable. After a bit of small talk, standing in the front door, Sayori went back home. I'm gonna move my mouse off screen and use enter. Sayori went back home. She gave me a bit of insight about the school, without much to note. 8:45 a.m. sharp isn't really a bad time. It's actually earlier than my old school. I doubt that means I'll get over my terrible sleeping habits. Seeing that I can't exactly get the uniform online, the school did send the possible locations to get one. I decided it's best to head out for now. I arrived at 12 p.m. and slept till 3 p.m. Wow. Still have time to go around town for a bit. Could have asked Sayori to tag along for later, but she did say she had to head back home. And it would also seem sketchy for some guy to ask a girl to come along on a walk to the city after just meeting them. Oh well, I'll head out after a change of clothes. Man. I know I've said it numerous times, but every time this soundtrack comes on, it just is so lovely. Like, the remixes they have in this, mod are just great. Man, I didn't think this place would be so deep in the heart of town. I never did well with crowds, but I think I can manage it. It's just an in-and-out job. What happened to schools giving you custom sets of uniforms? Dang, that looks pretty. Okay, maybe it wasn't just an in-and-out situation. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Okay, maybe it wasn't just an in-and-out situation. I didn't think it would take that long just to find my size. Apparently my height was so average. There wasn't even a uniform that would be the right fit for me. What do they mean? I'm not too short, but not tall enough? A weird excuse if you ask me. Very weird excuse. Oh. I was still at fault on taking too much time because I swung by a few stores to check them out. Just to check them out. And even met an old family friend working at a general store. I bought a few groceries so I had a head start for tomorrow and liven up the kitchen too. Leaving my regrets and awkwardness behind, I finally head home, enjoying the orange painted scenery along the way. That is really pretty. Yeah, that is beautiful. Dun, dun, dun. Aside from a few newly built houses and electricity poles, not much have changed. I even managed to meet a few people I knew back then. Even though I knew it was pointless to ask. They didn't know the whereabouts of her. She never let me come over to her place as a kid, so I have no clue where to start. And I can go looking around for people who used to hang around the park and ask them. Now that I think more deeply about it, how can I even be sure she's here? For all I know, she could be in a different country. I don't know her home life or what her parents do. No, come on. I barely started anything. I can't just give up. Overthinking won't get me far no matter how logical it sounds sometimes. That is the hardest line I think I've ever. I am screenshotting that. That line goes so crazy. Oh. That is a banger quote. I'm sorry. I'm stealing that. Okay. I eventually come around to look at the mess of the living room I've made inside. Now I'm glad Sayori took offer to come in. Alright. After cracking my neck, I drop my uniform on the kitchen table and get to work on what's left of my luggage. I know I'm being dramatic about it, but I'm just admittedly cranky about housework. Aren't we all? After a while of totally brutal hard work, I unpacked and organized everything that was left. And had some time to eat for a while after. And had something to eat a while after. I wonder if this old TV works. I could watch some anime on here. Maybe find some old manga through the walls of books. Looking at all the books on these shelves, it's almost hard to believe I've read through all of them. But now I've seemingly lost that sort of hobby, or rather that part of me. A while later, I remember missing a call from my mom and trying to get back to her. She doesn't pick up. I decided to leave it be for the day. There we go. I hated it, though I'm actually thoughtful. Bro slapped the crap out of that alarm. Raising from my bed as slowly as possible, I began smacking my lips and realized I was drooling. Ew. Wiping it off, I checked my phone for the time. Even though I could have used my phone alarm, there was just something annoying about old school alarm clocks that do the trick. Finally, I stepped out of my room and tackled the day ahead. After going through my morning routine, which isn't important enough to describe, I make it downstairs. Real. I open my... I'm sorry, this soundtrack just hits every single time. I'm going to stop mentioning the soundtrack, but just know, anytime the music starts, I'm going to say something. As I open the fridge and look through my options for a breakfast, a thought comes to mind. Sayori's going to be accompanying me to school today. I know I got up early, but I shouldn't keep the girl waiting. Quick scrambled eggs it is then. After finishing up breakfast, I step outside and adjust to the raging sunlight in my eyes. Sayori told me yesterday we could meet up here and walk to school together. Although I do know where the school is, it was just convenient to walk with the person who's going to show me around the place. Oh, Sayori. I've been standing here for almost 10 minutes now. I wonder what's keeping her. I'm going to be late if I wait any longer. As I'm wondering this, I see a girl running towards me from the distance, as if she's being chased by a maniac. Wait, no, that's her. Aww. That face is adorable. Hold on, I got a text. 1 sec. Okay, that was really funny. My friend just texted me a picture he found of Sayori. Alright. Sorry, I overslept. I guess there's the explanation. And to think I was about to walk away on her. Now I just feel bad. No worries, you're here now. We should get going though. Or we should get going. We're kinda on the clock now. You didn't have to wait for me, you know. It's fine, really. Plus, I wouldn't know my way around the school even if I did reach there now. I would have missed the tour guide. I would have needed Miss Tour Guide anyway. Okay. Let's get going then. Lead the way. Our walk was a pleasant one. Most of us kind of forgotten that we're barely late with all the small talk. I couldn't complain. Walking down the sidewalk, we were slowly met by a few small groups of other students making their daily commute, which means we're nearing the school. I'm assuming the unpacking was a hassle? Oh, it was a pain, alright. I got through it all, though. In one day? That was it? Yeah? Did you at least help your parents out, too? Oh, that's what she means. I came here alone, Sayori. I only brought my own luggage, with the exception of a few extra surprises my mom made me take. What? So you're gonna be living by yourself? I guess so. Won't you get, well, lonely? I wouldn't know yet. It's only been my first day. Granted, having a whole house to myself will probably be a first for me. But I've had a lot of alone time before moving in other instances, so I'm kinda used to it. I know what custom comes next. I don't know if I should dodge it or lie. Where are your parents then? Well, my mom's outside the country, and she couldn't come due to some inconveniences. And your dad? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm strangely relieved she caught on quick for my silence. Though it would have been a horrible thought to be glad about something like that. It's fine. And with an exchange so straightforward, we continue onto the school in an awkward silence. I love how wide this image is. I don't know why. It's just so stretched and it makes me super happy. Eventually, we reach the school and immediately Sayori starts giving me the rundown of what needs to be known. This left side entrances are for students, and the right is for staff. During breaks, students are only allowed in selected areas, as the main gate isn't one of them. So I could take a guess and say we're not allowed to leave school at any time. Just by walking through the courtyard, I can tell this place is larger than it looks on the outside. I'm gonna play it to after this day, and then I'll end the episode. I see a lot of students heading in or standing near the entrance, talking to each other. Waiting for others. A very common sight. Sayori began pointing around the place as she explained further. A while later, we temporarily part so I can get myself listed and grab my schedule. I met Sayori the minute I walked out the office. So what? What's your schedule? Are you in my class? Let me see. Class 2B, first period history. So that's my least favorite subject, though. Will be greeting me on my first day. Aww, I'm in 2C. So the number is labeling which year the student is in? Yep. We go from A to F for all the years. But I heard that the first years are having an extension because there's so many new admissions. Wait, so this is going to be my first class for all 6 periods of the day? I say this after taking another look at my schedule all the way. Yeah? Man, I'm gonna have to get used to that. Was it not the same in your old school? Not really. We'd have different classrooms for each subject every time. I mean, doesn't it get exhausting when you're sitting in the same room for 4 to 5 hours a day? Yeah, I get what you mean. But I guess I've gotten used to it, so it doesn't really bother me. Huh. Fair enough. But we should get going. Because right now, we're definitely not gonna make it before the bell. Well then, what are you waiting for? Let's go! I love doing Sayori's voice. Sayori immediately grabs hold of my arm and proceeds to drag me along to class. I hope this isn't the way she plans on showing me the rest of the school. Classes were as boring as I expected them to be. At break, Sayori met me outside my class and gave me a quick tour of the school. Sure enough, this is a really nice and organized school, aside from the class system, that is. Even though I have been paying attention for most of my classes, I had to admit it gets tiring real fast. I tried making conversation with the people sitting next to me and give myself a head start on making some friends here, but that plan was short-lived. It's a random thought, but I doubt someone like Sayori would have difficulty getting on people's good side. It's so new to me, but the way she makes it feel like I've known her for ages. In reality, it's her super friendly personality that catches you in the blink of an eye. I assume someone like her already has lots of friends, and she might be able to. She might just be someone that I strive to be, or be better. But the way things have gone for me, just sounds like a wish. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize this is a mod with the custom sprites, so it could be a surprise. That actually doesn't look too bad. I like that. I like the hair. It's cute. Maybe after this class I could wait for her outside so we can walk home together. Wait, is that weird? I don't want to make it like I'm make it seem like I'm some creep always on her tail. Maybe I can. Excuse me? Are you Kingston? No! I'm not Kingston, I'm RCE! I nearly flinched at the voice right next to me. Beside me stood a fairly tall girl with eye-catching silver hair. Quit daydreaming and say something before she does. Yeah, that's me. Judging by her small giggle, I can confirm I failed to keep my cool. I'm sorry for the little scare there. I just wanted to check in on you since you're new. And as a class representative, it's my duty to familiarize myself with my classmates. Class rep, huh? And also because you've been sitting here for quite some time since the bell rang. I look around the room to see it's nearly empty, with the last 2 students leaving the room. Just great. Look, sometimes you zone out and you just go to a new world. I do it all the time. Heh, sorry about that, I'm gonna butcher that name, I'm sorry, Koto no Oha. I'm gonna call you Coat. I'm gonna call you Cat, because Cat's a lot easier. Cat. Aqua Cat. Look, I'm sorry, I love Japanese names, and I love the sound of Japanese, but I can't speak it, so just bear with me here. Right. Thanks for snapping me out of it, then. I guess just to get going, too. Of course, I just wanted to actually meet you and wanted to ask you about your experience so far. But I guess that's something to know about after a week or so. I finally get up and retrieve my bag hanging on the side of the desk. I'll keep that in mind. Nice meeting you. You too. The moment I exit the classroom, I nearly deflate like a balloon through a sigh of relief. Why is it so hard to talk to her? I didn't have any trouble with anyone else I met today. I guess I was still flustered over being caught mid-monologue. Shaking my head, I quickly head down the hall into the stairs. I'm sorry. I saw a vending machine near the stairs on the ground floor and could grab a drink home. I could grab a drink and head home. As I make my way down the stairs, I turn the corner to the vending machine, only to be greeted by an unexpected sight from a familiar face. Alright, before I do that, I just want to say, anytime I see this type of staircase, I cannot help but think about High School DxD with the staircase scene with Issei and Rias. I cannot help but think about that anytime I see these type of stairs. But that's beside the point. What the? Sayori? I find Sayori knelt down in front of the vending machine with her hands inside the slot. Kingston? What are you doing here? I just wanted to get some soda from here, but I wouldn't be questioning what she's doing here, since she could have been getting something for herself. But the fact that it sounded like she was, and still is, struggling with her hand in a position she could have already gone up from, I assumed. Sayori, are you stuck? What? Oh my gosh, I said Sayori and my Siri turned on! Shut up, Siri! Grah! I just threw my phone. Why did I do that? Okay, whatever. What? No, the bottle is just too far back and I couldn't reach it. Yeah. Don't laugh. Do not laugh. Hold on. Let me help you there. Let me just... I kneel down beside Sayori and take a look at her hand wedged inside the drop box before trying to pull it out. The buttons on her sleeve are what's caught in the flap. She keeps trying to pull back when she should unhook it. Alright, wait. I'll grab hold of her arm and push it forward into the slot. When the button slipped off the flap, I keep it open with my left hand and take hers out. Once Sayori felt her hand loosen, she yanked it out and fell backwards. Then immediately jumped to her feet. Thanks, Kingston! Don't mention it. She's just such a ray of sunshine. I'm sorry. Alright, there we go. Got a screenshot. Here. I reach inside and grab Sayori's beverage from the vending machine, which is a water bottle, and I toss it to her. She catches it with ease, thankfully. You know there are water fountains around the school. You could have just gone to one of those. Oh, this isn't for me. I came here to get this for someone in my club. Dad doesn't really like using the fountains because he thinks the water isn't trustworthy or clean. Something like that. Is that Yuri? Yuri or Monica? One of those two. I think it's Yuri. Oh yeah, I heard clubs are a thing here. You have a club of your own? No, it's not exactly my club. But I am the vice president. Oh, that's cool. What's the club about? It's a literature club. Huh? I'm not one to make assumptions, but I didn't expect someone like Sayori to be into something like literature. I definitely should. Oh my gosh. Good night! See you in the morning. See you in the morning. Oh my god. Parents walked in. Alright, let's try that again. I definitely shouldn't say that out loud. Literature, huh? So you guys, like, read books and then talk about them or something? Kind of, yeah. But it's not just all that. We do a whole lot of activities, like small book clubs, or writing poems, or even some games related to it. Huh, that's neat. I give an auto response as I walk back to the vending machine and get what I actually came for. Do you think you could check it out? The club. You could stop by and check it out. And if you like it there, you can join too. We're always looking for new members. Because we're a bit short on those lately. Something as uninteresting as literature does sound like something that wouldn't grab most people. I, unironically, was a bookworm back then. The idea doesn't sound so bad to me, but I am getting this weird gut feeling about accepting. And it's not because it's Sayori's request. I mean, sure I could, but I still kind of got my own thing going on, like moving back and all. Plus, it's also my first day here. It might be a quick jump for me when I haven't gotten used to the school itself. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for bothering you about... Whoa, I didn't say I'm straight up declining. I said I need some time to fully fit into place here. I promise I'll check out the place when I feel like I'm good. I know I could technically go with her to check it out now, but it'll be awkward to just show up one day and then be gone for weeks only to return again. This is all I could give for now. Okay then. Alright. Well, I think I've delayed you enough. I also have to head on for myself, so... Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Kingston. Count on it. Slipping on my shoes, I step outside and notice quite a few students still roaming around and in some huddled groups. One half of these people could be clubs indulging in their activities, and the other half could just be after-school groups hanging out. One thing I noticed as I made my way to the gates is that a lot of the people kept glancing at my direction or outright staring at me. There was no whispers or small gossip, but any person I moved past would go silent until I walked a good distance. Huh, it's weird. Somehow I feel a sense of nostalgia in this situation. It's so familiar. I continue on with my path and head through the gates. Oh, okay. That was a weird encounter, or not. As I reach the neighborhood, I feel a buzz in my pocket. I pull out my phone to see it's a text from Mom. Call me once you get home. Huh. Oh. Okay. Might as well call her now since I'm almost there. I tap her name in my contacts and bring the phone up to my ear as my other hand digs around in my pocket for my keys. Hey, Kingston. Hey, Ma. I got your text. Great. So you're home? I want to hear everything about your first day. Sure thing. It's just... crap! I drop my keys the second I pull them out of my pocket. Kingston! Give me a break. I have my hands full here. It's not easy trying to open a door like that. That's no reason for you to let your tongue slip like that, young man. Jeez. So, how was your first whole day of school? It was nice, actually. The school itself is a really great place, and the people aren't straight up jerks for once. That's great! I dropped my bag onto the table and quickly moved to the sink to wash my hands. Uh-huh. And I know this might sound like a kid's... I know it might sound like a kid for saying this, but I made a friend too. Oh, I believe that's what Sayori is to me. Said that without actually considering her thought, but I guess we'll see. But I guess I see it that way. If we're gonna make it a full routine to walk to school together. Oh, that fast? Yeah, she's actually my neighbor. I met her yesterday and found out she goes to the same school. So it's more of a, it works out. It just works kind of deal. She's really nice too. The bubbly type, if you want to call it. Oh, so it's a she, huh? Don't even go there. That my mom does that sometimes too. As I painfully dissolve the sound of my mother laughing in my ear, I hold the phone between my ear and shoulder to properly wash up. After drying, I continued telling her about my day and headed up to my room. So is Miss Shiro still there? Well, I saw the nameplate is still outside her house when I walked by, so I guess she is. But it's been years. For all I know, her kids could be owning the place. Hey now, don't underestimate the willpower of a woman. Just because she's grown older doesn't mean she's let up. You should go visit her and maybe look around the neighborhood more. So you can find any more old family friends. I'll keep that in mind. I gotta go now. I need to change out of this torture machine of a uniform. Okay, sweetie. Just make sure you check the stove properly if you're ever gonna cook something up. It was a bit leaky. I could hear distant yelling on Mom's end of the call. Dang it. Well, you get the rest. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Kingston. Right. Love you, Mom. Love you too, sweetie. What the heck was that? I really hope they're not pushing her with more than she can handle back there. It was one of the reasons I was hesitant about coming back here alone, leaving her behind. No. She's strong. I know that. I'm probably just worrying about being away from her, like I'm her parent. Even though I should be grown out of it already. I can't help but worry ever since my dad. Just drop it, man. She's fine. Alright. Okay. The rest of my day was fairly boring. I went around the house checking every room and appliance, making sure they worked, following by going around the city once more to buy a few things. And now I'm sitting in the living room, watching TV, eating dinner at the worst possible time. It's already 11 p.m. But I don't feel tired at all. Yeah, I'm recording this at 10:20 p.m. and I don't feel tired. Guess I go for a late jog. I need extra movement and it'll be enough to tire or bore me out. Not exactly out of shape. I'm not exactly out of shape. I used to have a solid workout routine with PE and some extra sessions. But a few weeks of not being able to do so has formed a growing laziness in me. Head to the kitchen and slip my jacket off one of the chairs and head for the door. It's not so chilly out this time compared to yesterday, but I could have used some cold air right now. Somehow, my house is magically always stuffy even with the fans and windows open. Ah well. I begin with a slow walk down the empty road and take in the strangely calm and silence. As a kid, I had grown used to this scene whenever I went out with my parents, but never in a way I'm receiving it now. I can just walk out the house whenever I want. Huh. After walking a short distance, I pull out my phone along with the earphones and finally begin my jog. After a few laps around the neighborhood, I decided to take this opportunity to visit the place that did not come to mind when I came back. The old park I used to go to so frequently, despite everything that kept happening here. At first, I always kept coming back because I thought things would change, which they didn't, of course. But after some time, I started coming back for another reason. Oh, dang. Finally, I've been waiting for you. Uh, ugh. For a long time, okay. You could have gone and played, though. Dad was dropping me off today. He wasn't too happy. Why's that? I don't know. He doesn't talk to anyone when he's mad, but, uh, it does matter. Come on. We have to get to the swings before anyone else. It's in that bag. You'll find out when we get there. Now move your butt, dum-dum. Huh? Why am I the... Whoa. Come on! Huh. Can't believe we played tic-tac-toe all day back then. On the swing set, too. I wonder if they ever got rid of that one nail sticking out of one of the seats. For all I know, everything could be different now. Or everything could be gone. Although, it wouldn't be a kid's park anymore without the rides. So I don't think the latter has happened yet. I head inside, still keeping the music in my ears at full blast, knowing I probably would not be allowed in at these hours. As if my footsteps were heard, I walk inside to find a few scenes all too familiar. Old rusty slides, a few swings here and there, and even a small sandbox was the only thing new in here. I'd walk down the wide path along that divided. I'd walk down the wide path along the divide that divided the play area from the park next to her. My attention still towards the left where I usually met up with her. The smell of rain was actually just the wetness all around me, left behind by the caretaker, probably going ham with watering the place again. I really hope it's still the same man from back then. It took me a few steps to suddenly think of something which caused me to stop in my tracks. I look back at the swings. I can't. Can I? After a few good minutes of looking around and contemplating my choices, I sneak over to the swing set. Once I near it, I stand and stare at it for a good while before giving it a light kick to check its sturdiness. For old time's sake. I muster up the courage to sit down on the swing. Okay, I had the guts to come this far, but I'm not going to actually. The sound of the chain squeaking against the metal proved my humiliating defeat against my own motives. The wind brushes through my hair as I swing. I find myself staring at my outstretched legs as I move. It's weirdly nostalgic. The more I get into it, the more my childhood memories flood in. But they're all as clear as day. I really haven't moved on, have I? Oh, wow. Why'd you just let him do that? He kicked you for no reason, and you just stood there doing nothing. He even stole my book. I'm sorry. I'll ask my mom if I can buy you another one. What? I don't care about that. Why'd you fight back or something? I just can't. Ugh, just forget it. Come on, I have some water. Clean your face up. Oh. Ah! I fall backwards off the seat and back first into the ground. Ugh. Cat, who I somehow didn't see coming, burst into laughter upon my landing, which only worsened the growing heat in my cheeks. I really hope this isn't going to turn into a running gag between us. Oh yeah, because he snuck up on me in the classroom, and now she snuck up on me on the swing set. Also, oh my gosh, that outfit is adorable! Hold on. Alright. She then offers me her hand as I reluctantly take it and get it to my feet. Once I dust myself off from behind, after I dust myself from behind, I awkwardly chuckle before meeting her gaze. Yeah, sorry about that. Again. It's totally fine. I saw you from afar, and you just looked like you needed a minute. But now that we're kind of past that, I have to ask. Are you alright? It's something personal. I'm not gonna ask too much. No, it's fine. It's alright. Strangely, she stepped aside and sat down on the swing next to me. So, come here often? No. I mean, yeah? Alright. Let me try that again. I used to come here often as a kid, yeah. But now I come here mostly to relive the past since it's been so long. Oh? You hadn't even walked by this place any other day. Huh? Oh. No, I just moved back in town, so. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. So I guess this makes this visit a lot more special. Mm-hmm. I really had been away for a long time. I only came back yesterday. This place was the heart of my childhood. In a few different ways, one would assume. But I guess I more missed I guess I more miss the person I spent all the time here with. A childhood friend kind of deal. Oh, a childhood friend kind of deal? I got the wrong person. Oh, yeah. She was my only friend back then. Felt terrible because I kinda just left her in the dark and moved away. And now you're trying to find her in hopes of making up? I guess. You guess? I mean, yeah, I wanted to find her and talk to her, but I'm kind of scared too. Because she'd probably be more mad than happy to see me. I'm just worried that once I face her, she might not even see me as she did back then. Maybe she already moved on or just ended once we meet. Just can't afford to lose someone like her, but I'm not exactly going to make any progress by staying away, so I'm kind of just stuck. As I continue, I can see a glimpse of the days we first met, and how she'd lend me a crayon out of nowhere and asked if I wanted to draw stuff with her. Wow, that's a lot, even for a new guy. Well, all I can really tell you is that we can't really predict fate. She might be upset, or she might be happy to see you. Both outcomes are a huge possibility, while you'll never really know until you just do it. If you've come all this way for her sake, then you should go through with it. Sure, it may not end in your favor, but it all comes down to you. If you feel like weighing it out, you can. But if you do it the second you get the chance, then it's good that you at least tried. I don't know, that's just how I view things. It might be a different situation for you, but that's just my advice. No, I appreciate the advice. It does give me a bit of a head start on what I'm here to do. Otherwise, I was just aimlessly walking around, not knowing what I've actually been up to. Anyway, what about you? Huh? I'm not one to talk, but it's past midnight. What made you come to a local park so late? Oh, it's actually quite silly, really. My little brother left his toy car in a sandbox this afternoon. When I got home from school, my mom's told me he's been crying ever since he got home. It took us so long to make him stop and actually tell us what was wrong. By the time we finally understood the situation, it was already dark out. I see. That's kids for you. Yep. She suddenly swings back and hops off the swing when it comes forward. Thanks for reminding me of why I'm here, actually. And you're right, it's getting late. I'll go and find the car, so don't let me keep you here. If you need a hand, I can help you out. It'll be quicker, and I certainly can't leave a nice girl such as yourself out here at night like that. What the hell? Aren't you a gentleman? Well, I guess I could use some assistance. Whew, bro almost fumbled. We almost had a fumble. No interception! With that, she simply walks past me and with a bright smile, and I remain immobilized on the spot. This is something that's been on my mind for years. I never moved on. But I changed. I changed because of the motivation one person gave me. Oh, another flashback. Look, I know you don't like fighting, but you have to keep yourself safe somehow. I'm not always gonna be there to help you when those jerks pick on you. You won't? What? No, I didn't mean like that, dummy. I mean, I can't be there all the time, but... So if I get stronger and stop those guys from hurting me, will you stop being so cranky about it? Huh? Not being cranky? Ow, 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 ow. Stop throwing the pencils. You're gonna break them. Ow. Well, what about when we get older? Huh? What about it? What if we grow up and you won't be here? Mom said I'll stop coming here when I get older, and this is the only place where you actually get to play together. Then we'd still find a way. I know my papa doesn't allow to have someone come over. Neither does mine. But we'll try our best to stick together. That's the point of being friends. So... Wow. We'll always be together. In the end, I was the one who ended up not being there. I was the one who broke that promise and her trust. You coming, Kingston? The night's not gonna get any younger. Yeah, coming. I promise I'll make things right. Natsuki. Oh, the name drop! Oh. Alright. Save game. Alright, guys. That's where I'm going to end this episode. Let's go to the main menu. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can continue to see Doki Doki Heartstruck as I upload it. This has been incredible. This first episode, it's been so much fun. I've missed doing these graphic novels. I'm not good at reading, but what the hell, you know? It's a lot of fun. I love this. I love Doki Doki. And this has got me very, very hyped about the premise. I mean, this is just incredible. Hold on, let me get some water. I really like the story they're telling. It does seem like it's going to be more self-contained. It's not going to be connected to the events of Doki Doki, which I like. I like separate stories. But, with that being said, keep yourself safe, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, bye!